guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been a bit of MIA a little bit, but I'm back. I'm going to be making some changes to my channel and I hope you will stay with me on this new journey. I'm going to do a video explaining all of that, but before I get into that, I had people wanting me to do this video. So basically, I actually tried microdermabrasion. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. So as some of you may know, I actually never really had problems with my skin, but when the pandemic happened, then my skin kind of broke out, which kind of left me with some scars from like the, like acne, I guess that you could say, that happened within the pandemic season. And I really never dealt with that majorly in my life, maybe when I was like back in grade school, but like adulthood, young adulthood, not really any issues. But when the pandemic hit, it was like World War III for me in terms of my skin. However, it's a lot better, but I decided that I wanted to try microdermabrasion. And I'm gonna explain to you my results and how that went, guys. So stay with me and here we go. Okay guys, so again, I've done facials before. So this was a microdermabrasion facial. I've done facials before where I've done it and I'm like, oh my goodness, like you get like a glow, your skin is soft, it's like exfoliated, just great. So anyways, I went to my appointment that I had booked in regards to getting this done because it was seen as a facial with a microdermabrasion facial. I'll show you somewhere here like what they actually use to do that. So as again, I've always done facials prior, so I thought, hey, this is no big deal. Actually, technically, I planned on doing this a week or so before I got married. Yes, I got married. I will do videos explaining that and walking you through the process of how that went and just a life update basically. So my makeup artist was like, make sure you do it prior to in regards to a trial if you're gonna do stuff like that, just to make sure that your skin doesn't get irritated. My skin is not really sensitive, so I wasn't really scared to do it because I'm like, hey, what's, like I don't have sensitive skin. So I decided to do it like a week and a half prior to that big event. Not a good idea. Do you ever go into doing something and at the moment you start it, you're like, this is not gonna be good? So let me take you back. So basically booked my appointment. It was scheduled a week and a half or so before I was about to get married. I wanted the glowing skin, and apparently technically they advise you to do more than one treatment, but people do advise that like after the first treatment, you do see like a major difference in your skin. So I go into my appointment excited to get this done, thinking that I'm going to see like a huge difference, not a huge difference, but I'm going to see like, just a difference in terms of my skin, and I planned on doing further treatments in regards to that. No, we'll never be going back to do any more treatments in regards to that. It was not the greatest experience for me and for my skin, and I'll tell you why. So I went into it, a person that did it, she was amazing in regards to like, to her personality and like just trying to keep me informed as to like what was happening. Again, it was a facial with microdermabrasion. But for me, I found like I don't know what it was. I think like the scrub or the chemicals that they had for me on my skin, I don't think it agreed with my skin. There was one point where there was something placed on my skin, and I think that, you ever try toners for your skin? That's what it felt like. And it was like tingling and burning. And I asked her, I'm like, okay, is this normal? Because it feels a little bit like a toner. It's kind of tingling. She's like, oh, that's completely normal. It was left on my face for like 10 minutes. And I felt the tingling, but I'm like, okay, they said that this is what it's supposed to be like. So I didn't think too much into it. But that kind of technically burnt my skin. Again, through the process of doing it, I felt I could just feel it. I have that sense. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think this is going to go the way that I think it is going to go. Anyways, the procedure, not even the procedure, the facial and the microdermabrasion took place, and I completed it. And afterwards, when I looked into the mirror, I was like, I don't think this is what I'm supposed to feel, or this is how my skin's supposed to look. They tell you to kind of like stay out of the sun once you've done that. So I pretty much like went home. They tell you not to do anything like super invasive on your face for a couple of days. again, I was going into my wedding in like a week or so after doing that, so I was kind of like freaking out a little bit. In the procedure, she's like, you know, some people tend to peel, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? But again, my skin didn't end up peeling, but what did take place was on both my cheeks, I basically got burnt. You ever had it where like you're curling your hair and you get like the burnt mark from like the curler? And that's pretty much what took place in regards to my skin. On one side of my cheek, it was like a little light burn, and then on the other side, it was like pretty much like here. It was so funny because when my fiance saw me, he was like, your skin, it looks a little different. And I was like, what do you mean it looks a little different? He's like, it looks different. I'm like, different good or different bad? So basically for me, I do feel like you're supposed to see, like, I know they tell you that it takes a couple treatments for you to see the benefits of it, or to see it actually working. But for me, I know my skin, and I just felt like what I saw initially, that was enough for me. I was like, I don't think that that procedure was for me. I felt like the treatments or whatever they used on my skin it didn't work with my skin, and I felt that it burnt my skin, to be quite honest with you. So I would not do microdermabrasion again. I'm not really familiar with all of the different chemicals or all of the different things that they did use in that facial. But for me, I felt like it was too strong for my skin. And again, my skin's not sensitive. So for me personally, I don't think that I would go back to do that again because it did burn my skin. The actual microdermabrasion thing that they use on your face, which I'll put it here, that didn't hurt me. It was just the I don't know if it was a scrub or whatever facial they placed on my face. Like, I found that it was tingling, and I think that actually burnt my skin. So I don't think that worked for me. I've seen different people have different experiences in regards to it being amazing for them, seeing results in the first treatment and subsequent results. But for me personally, for my skin, it just was not working. It was a fail. It was a fail. So I'm not sure if that's something that I would ever do again. I don't know if it was whatever maybe products that they used in regards to that facial that maybe gave me the reaction that it did. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't feel confident going back to doing that treatment again. So I think I'll stick to like my basic facials. But yes, so that was my experience with the microdermabrasion. I have to say that slowly. Microdermabrasion. So that was my experience with it. I know people have had amazing experiences with it, but again, for me personally, for that facial, the products that they used on my skin, it just didn't work out for me. So yes, I had someone ask me to share my experience with that, and that was my experience. Again, they do normally recommend more than one treatment. I only did one treatment, and that was enough for me. Again, you know your skin, you know how your skin reacts to things, and for me personally, I don't think that my skin reacted to the facial products that they used, and yeah. So guys, thank you so much again for watching me. I'm super excited to get back. I'm gonna do a video updating you on my life and as to where this channel plans to go and what I will be doing in the future. So stay tuned because I want to share so much that has been happening in my life. I've been MIA for a little bit, and I'll explain to you why in the subsequent videos to come, but make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video, and just stay tuned for what is to come, guys. Thank you guys for watching and have an amazing day. I will see you guys soon. Bye.